Greetings, dear beautiful spirit soul that you are. My topic: we are pleasure seekers. That's our nature. That's why everybody's running after everything, try to get a little morsel of some pleasure. And yet that pleasure out there always leads to pain, because that's a pleasure-pain reality. And the real secret of it all is there is a formula. Love of God is supreme pleasure for the soul. Now, I don't mean the false God, the fakey God, the true God, the real God, It's our partner, our source, that we are part of, our beloved. Words cannot explain, and you can never convince an atheist of theism in that sense. Because they don't get, because I can understand, because a lot of people have gone through all kinds of abuse through religions. And also the abuse of the so-called God of sacrifice, psychopath. This is not my source, not my partner. And you notice that we're pleasure seekers. And that's a good and that's a positive and a negative, a good and a bad, because that's how everybody, one side has the other. And that's where we're always running from here to there. You can see people driving on the freeways, driving everywhere, going everywhere to get to the next party or the next thing, because maybe there might be a morsel of pleasure there. Oh, no pleasure here. Let me get in my car and go. Maybe it's over there. Maybe it's you. You remember those old parties you stand around with a cocktail and everybody's they're never really with you, because they're looking see if there's somebody better they could talk to, or more interesting, or more pleasure, or more interested in you. So blah blah, and trying to find pleasure. So that's why the entertainment of music, well, at least that takes me out of my mind for a minute. I could just listen to their mind and their stuff, and I could get a little taste of maybe a little movie here, or a little chocolate eclair over here, or I could get a little thing over here, because we want pleasure. And what we're doing is we're operating, what would you say, by our own choice at some level, in a duality reality where pleasure and pain are part of the system. You get a little pleasure and a lot of pain, or a lot of suffering. You ask people, how you feeling? Well, I'm feeling no pain. Really? Well, that feels pretty good for most people. But the real pleasure is the soul. And I realize that with that kind of pleasure, you're not seeking pleasure. You're not trying to get happy. What for? Who cares? You're not running after a good time. You are the good one. You are. You're so with it in what's happening, because it's happening in you and through you, and you perceive that, the beauty and the sweetness of the babies, the children, of the people of whatever age or color or design, because you don't play local traffic. And you aren't choosing to suffer by playing the pain-pleasure game. I don't have to run after anyone or anything. I'm already there, and so are you. And you're right there, and right there is right here. Because you're right in your right here, and I'm right in my right here. And in that moment of now, you're choosing. And if you're choosing, it's like, oh, I missed the pleasure of the past. All the years I missed. Oh, if I could only known it before. You're going, that is the mind. This is relentless and monotonous and boring. And it doesn't lead to what you want, because you're a pleasure seeker. And right where you are, it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, if you move your consciousness from this mind to the heart. Breathe into the heart, because you reside in that area, you might say, with the divine, as part of the divine, like two birds on a branch. And we're one bird looking to find some tasty morsel out here for little pleasure. The divine is looking at us, our source, our Paramatma, God within, super soul, watching us with love, completely everything, the one that does everything. And we're always looking away, looking for it, and can't find it. And then the person tries and tries, and then they exhaust the body, and this thrill and that one and that, and they're just, and then you see what people have done to themselves in their own heart, because then it goes deeper and worse off all the time for them, because they're running after that sensation somehow, when it's right here. It's you with your beloved within, that you are not even within you, you are within, part of, as. And right now, that's your work. That's my work. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So pleasure seekers are satisfied and fulfilled by the recognition of the only relationship we ever have, the one with the divine, the beloved. And then we have a relationship with all that is not based on relativity, nor math, nor words, nor patterns, nor systems, nor money. Got to do it now, moment by moment.